literally just spent the last half hour searching my entire house for lash glue because apparently I lost it when I was on my trip and it kind of sucked. I've got a MAC collection to review for you today, and it is the MACnificent Me collection. This is a collection that's inspired by people like you, which makes me think of PBS when I say it like that, but it's inspired by different MAC lovers, and it's the colors that I have, it's very warm toned, very fall, kind of really fits into fall colors here, and I've got a little bit of everything, so we're gonna show you it. But before I show you what I have, I wanted to tell you this app I'm just recently have found out about, and it's actually really cool. It's called Snups, and I put all of the collection pictures up there and swatches. So if you miss anything, you can see all of the pictures. Let me make it so you can see what I'm even talking about. So it's got all of the different swatches of the collection here so you guys can see that. And my username on there is just xSparkage. This app is actually pretty cool though because you can make different shelves of different collections of things that you have. So on here I have eyeshadow palettes that I was taking pictures of, Kat Von D, and then I've got the MAC collection, and then I've been trying to work through eyeshadow, stuff like that. Because if you're like me and you have a million things, so many different products, you don't even remember what you have. This app's actually really cool because it's organizing them. So I can look at it and I can open my eyeshadow palettes and be like, how many Lorac palettes do I have? How many MAC palettes do I have? Right now I just have Sauce Box, I have some NYX, and I gotta go through more stuff, but I really do wanna add more to it because this is like what I need in my life, and I think this will make it a lot easier for me to kind of be like, what do I wanna wear today? Oh, I kinda want like a bright eyeshadow, and I can go through and be like, oh, that Kat Von D eyeshadow. That eyeshadow is awesome. I'm gonna use that today. It's cool too because you can make it private or you can make it public, so you don't have to share your Snups, your shelves with people. You could just keep it private if you have things that you don't want public, or if you just want to organize stuff for yourself. I mean, I also want to do this with my closet because I can't even tell you how many times I go in my closet and like I don't even know where to begin. So I think it'd be kind of cool if it was all in this app and I was like, oh, what shirts? Oh, what pants do I have? And I need to really do like a closet organization sometime in the next month or so, just because my closet's a disaster. And I think that this app actually will help a lot because it'll kind of show me what I have and I'll be able to kind of go through it. Kind of like Clueless, but not quite like Clueless, where you can just go through and be like, oh, I like that. Oh, no, mix it with that. Okay, and we're good. So if you're interested in that and seeing all the swatches, if you missed anything in this video, there'll be a link below where you can sign up for Snups. I actually really do recommend it. I think it's a really cool app. But let's get on to the whole MACnificent Me collection. So this collection has a lot of different things and products from MAC that I haven't seen before. They might have existed in the past, but they're not of their regular products, so to speak. So I have some paint pots, blushes, some patent polish, which is one of the things I've never seen before, but I really like it. Eyeshadow palette, that's 9 eyeshadows. Again, I don't think I've ever seen, at least not in this kind of dime-sized way. Let's start with the eyeshadow times 9. So this is called the MACnificent Me eyeshadow times 9. I don't even know what that would be. I know up to like quadruple, quintuple, 6 something, I don't know. So this is, as I have mentioned, 9 eyeshadows. They're about dime size and definitely more kind of pinkish mauve-y neutrals here. There are some that are on the more cool toned, but the majority of the colors here are kind of like that mauve-y, neutrally shade. So I will show you swatches right now. I don't have the names of the colors because it just says, oh wait, no, I do have the names of the colors. So top row is MACnificent Me, and then Quiet Type, and then Dance in the Dark. Middle row is Fabulous DNA, Pleasing to the Eye, and Sable. And then bottom row is Frankly Frosty, In My Element, and Cool Compliment. Overall, I think that this palette is actually kind of cool. So it retails for $40, which is not a bad price for MAC, considering their single eyeshadows are what, like 18 bucks? No, $16. So I mean, how often do you finish an eyeshadow? I don't finish eyeshadows very often, so I think something like this is good, especially if you are new to MAC, if you're trying to buy a present for someone. Something like this is really great. The eyeshadow colors here are nice, and there's a good mix of textures, which is always something that is a plus in my book. I don't like when a palette is all matte. Well, all matte's not bad, but when it's all frosty or all one note, not so fun. So this one has a good range of colors and textures, light to dark. It is more of that like mauve-y kind of tone, so it might not work for everybody, but I do like it, and I do like that there are frostiness, stuff like that. I'm wearing quite a few of the colors on my eyes right now. This one right here, Dance in the Dark, is kind of the dark smoky color I've got on. I'm also using this one in the center, Pleasing to the Eye, as well as these two, Frankly Frosty and Cool Compliment. Frankly Frosty is matte. That's kind of ironic. I think that this is a good value. I like that it's a clear top so you can actually see it, and I think this would be a good product for people who are kind of new to MAC and just, it's a nice neutral palette. Talk about the eyeshadows I have. So I have 2 of the eyeshadows, and the collection has four of them. So the first one I have is Cork. Cork is a muted golden brown, and it is a satin formula. This is a color that you can get anytime. The other one that I have is called Well Behaved, and this is an intense red orange, and it also is a matte. I have both of these on. Cork was kind of my starting transitioning color, so it's the first color I applied to my eyes. And then I have Well Behaved, if you couldn't even tell. It's right in the inner kind of eye area. I like it especially because my eyes are more blue toned. It really kind of brings it in, and it's a bright color, but it just can be toned down with the palette because it makes it more like a kind of a fall warm toned look, and it's not crazy bright because the orangey color in it is more of a deeper orange shade. Let's go to paint pots. I don't usually use paint pots, to be honest with you. These two are very mauve-y, purpley toned. The first one is called Stormy Pink. It's described as a muted gray purple. And the second one is Frozen Violet, and this is a muted purple shimmer. I like Frozen Violet more because it does have more of a shimmer, and you can use these as an eyeshadow base. So if you have kind of a more purpley look you want to do, or have purpley tones to it, you could use these as a base and it'll just amp that color up. Those retail for $22. Next, we will move on to blush. I have 2 of the blushes here, and they are very fall toned, very deep red colors. First one is called Burnt Pepper. This is a matte, and it is described as a warm, rich terracotta. The second one that I have is called A Little Lusty, and this is Intense Red Berry. This is the color I have on my cheeks right now, and I applied it with a dual fiber brush, and I literally did this and then tapped it off and had to be very light-handed with it because these are very intense colors. And if you're fair-toned skin like me, it's gonna be crazy too much if you go over the top. So a little bit goes a long way with these. They're very pigmented, and they're very dark. I like how it looks with this look a lot, but have to be very light-handed. So those retail for $22 each as well. So now lipsticks. I have 2 lipsticks. The first lipstick I have is Self-Aware. Self-Aware is described as a coffee nude, and it is an amplified formula. And then I also have Deep Love, which is a deep brown wine. This is a matte formula. I did not like this one. I think it was just because the color is not for me at all. Self-Aware was really pretty, and it had a nice creamy texture to it, which is because of the amplified formula. Next, we'll do the Mattine lipsticks. These are both purple tones. The first one is Own the Look. This is described as a deep, intense pearl. It's got very vibrant purpley tones to it. The second one is Power My Spirit, and this is a deep black plum. Both of these are matte, but they have a nice texture to them. The Mattine formula is not super drying, which is nice because mattes tend to be on the more dry side. It still is obviously more dry than, you know, a different type of lip gloss, like the amplified lipstick, for example, but it doesn't feel as drying as mattes tend to be. All right, now we have the Patent Polish lip pencils. These are interesting because they are a very thick, kind of chubby crayon, and you just twist up to get more of the product up. They have a really nice texture too. I'm wearing them right now. I'm wearing both of these colors, and it's glossy, but it's almost like a lip pencil and a gloss combined. The first shade I have here is Flip My Side, and this is a mid-tone creamy brown, and it's the color I have on my lips right now. The other color is Pleasure's All Mine, and this is a pale warm nude. So I have flipped my side on my lips, and then I took Pleasure's All Mine and put it right in the center to kind of just give a little bit of contrasting. I like these a lot. It looks like I have a gloss on. They don't feel sticky at all. They feel very smooth and creamy. And these retail for $20. These are probably my favorite things in this collection just because I hadn't seen them before, and I really like the texture and the finish on them. So I definitely like those. Well Behaved eyeshadow I think is really cool. It's kind of a unique shade because it is matte and it's more of like a burnt orangey kind of color, and I like how that kind of fit in with this fall look. The matines are always great, just the purple is not really something I wear regularly. And then of course this 9 palette times 9 palette from MAC is the MACnificent Me palette. Is really great too, and it's a nice way to try a bunch of colors for less expensive than if you bought full size. This collection is already available online, and it'll be available in stores and at MAC counters on October 1st. So that is Wednesday? No, that is Thursday. MAC collections always come out on Thursdays. Let me know if you guys have tried anything out from this collection, or if you've bought anything and online, or if you're planning to. Like I said, I really like the Patent Polish lip pencils and then the eyeshadow palette if you are looking for a gift, or if you don't have colors like this. These colors are not exactly what I would call unique, but for someone who wants a travel palette, it's a nice palette. So that's about it for this review, and I'll see you later.